PLC Network here with another Q&A. Now, recently we had covered a unique product, and there was a topic that was brought into question in terms of what does true diversity mean in the wireless RF world. So that dual mic kit offered true diversity in its design, in its circuitry, and we wanted to explain what does that mean. So with that, what is true diversity in wireless RF? Picture it as you're in a room, like a racquetball or something. You're in a room and you're throwing a ball to somebody else who's trying to catch that ball. But when you go to throw that ball, you throw it wildly and it bounces off a wall and then bounces off another wall or bounces off another wall and eventually comes at the receiving party and they reach for it and try to catch it. They only have one hand. That is a non-true diverse setup. Now, imagine if they had two hands and that ball's coming at them. They have twice the chance of catching that signal. So that is pretty much what true diversity means, is you actually have two antennas on, working separately to try to catch that signal so that if one fails to see it, the other one's gonna see it, or there's a great chance that the other one's gonna see it, and it's gonna significantly reduce the chance of dropouts. And by doing that, you don't experience dropouts, hopefully. That's at least that's the idea of it all. Of course, if you're in a heavy RF environment and you have tons of interference coming at you from other RF traffic or just simply interference from the room itself, then there are still chances that you might still experience dropouts, but this significantly reduces it versus having a receiver that has one antenna. So that's what true diversification means, and it helps to make sure that you have a greater chance of not experiencing dropouts during the use of a wireless microphone system. True diversification. Now, if you're professional and you've worked the industry with Shure and Sennheiser, then you can see that in many of their packs. So we'll take Shure, or many other kits. We'll take Shure, for example. Shure has, your meter that shows your signal. And then next to it, you usually will have, your input. And above the signal, though, you'll see two dots. Sometimes they bounce back and forth. And that's the true diversification or true diversity working within the circuit design of that receiver, as it's trying to make sure it never loses that antenna due to any interference in the room and or other RF nearby. Or if you are more of a beginner and don't have the slightest idea of what I'm talking about, think of it more like maybe like a mesh network. With a mesh network, you have multiple access points spread about. So that way, if you just lose the sight of one, but you're within another one, it'll bounce to the other one to make sure that you never lose connectivity to your phone or whatever else is connected to your network. So as you bounce around, it tries to bounce between the access points or antennas to make sure that you never fall out from connectivity. So that's pretty much similar to how true diversity works within the circuit design of receivers. It's kind of like having two access points, but they're in the same unit, just spread out just enough to be able to say, hey, if you don't got it, I got it. So that's true diversity. And there you have it. So if you liked what you've seen, don't forget to subscribe and follow us and click the like button to let us know you like this video so we know. And use the comment section below for anything you'd like to discuss with us or anyone else. That includes any other questions you might want to hear answers for. We might just happen to respond back with an answer in one of these videos. So definitely make use of those comments. And as always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.